The other thing I wanted to talk about is we know that at the moment in the UK and in the sector, we're experiencing a lot of turbulence with the cost of living crisis, and also in the sector with the staffing crisis. Again, when settings are reaching out to you, do you find that it's having an effect on the settings you're speaking to or you're visiting?
It absolutely is, because again, I think maybe this is the social media effect as much as anything, and a lot of sites that say, your setting should look like this and your setting should look like that. If anybody listening to this has ever been to any of my live sessions, and in fact, I think there's a film on family of me in Manchester with all my bottle tops.
Oh, I think so.
Yep, that Matt did a while ago now. Nothing I do, practical-wise or resourcing-wise, costs money other than possibly in a charity shop. I have a lot of bottle tops and I use a lot of silver foil and things like that. So my work within settings is kind of based on the premise that an old colleague of mine once told me when we were local authority advisors together, that you can teach anything you like under the sun just from a glass of water. So that's how I tend to think of things, that you don't need all these fancy pants gadgets, all these fancy pants bought-in programs of stuff. You could just do it from a glass of water. So rather than panic that you haven't got the new bought-in program for this or the new resource for that, think about how you might do it. This is the kind of flipping the narrative stuff, the out-of-the-box stuff, if you like. Don't spend money on it. Look at what you've got. I say a lot of times, take a step back and look at what you've actually got and take a deep breath. Don't rush off and spend money, because actually a lot of found materials can do it for you. So yes, I see exactly that point. And people are revising their menus around the cost of living and that kind of thing. And the heating is another one. I would argue that possibly an awful lot of settings aren't as physical as they might be. If you are very physical and not sedentary, you're going to be warmer. So it's all that kind of thing. I flip the narrative a lot.